Hello there, and welcome to Douchebag Experimental Multimedia Theater. I'm your host, Nathaniel, and I am actually a douchebag multimedia artist. Now, you may be asking, what is a douchebag multimedia artist? Well, it's someone who doesn't have enough skill, vision, or talent to be a real artist, and they don't have the know-how or really the drive or willpower to make films, so they just kind of get whatever technology they can that does the most work for them, and we press buttons on the technology and then we take credit for it. Yeah, okay. So, this idea I came up with actually on a train to Budapest, because, I do a lot of traveling in Europe. I go to a lot of amazing shows. I meet a lot of amazing people. I'm exposed to a lot of amazing culture. Since I am a multicultural, experimental multimedia artist, I need to, immerse myself in other multimedia cultures to absorb their multimedia and be able to reprocess and project the multimedia. So, now, you see, most people that call themselves artists out there, painters or people that draw, are so two-dimensional. They're just so old. It's over with. What they do, it's not experimental, it's not interactive, it's just there. And I mean, yeah, maybe they have great abilities of painting, but, I can't, how can I tie that into the Twitter API? I just can't. So, they're two-dimensional. But what I do is three-dimensional. You see, it's just so much more fancy and advanced, and there's like math and algorithms and all this stuff that I don't really understand, but yeah, so that's what makes me better. Now, I'm using 3D animation. I'm a 3D experimental multimedia artist, okay? So 3D animation is very advanced, it's very technical, but I'm not, well, the first thing you might have seen is that I'm using a Macintosh Apple computer here, which is, of course, the prerequisite computer. It's a computer. It's a must if you're a douchebag multimedia experimental artist, and it's because I'm not man enough to use a PC and actually get thermal grease on my fingers, and I wouldn't even dare or know how to overclock this bitch. Like go do some crazy shit on air or even water. I would never. So I just want a shiny computer that's already made for me, and then when it gets old or something, I just throw it away and buy a new shiny one. But so that's what you gotta do. And so before we start, I actually need to show you some important things, because while I'm working, I'm not just working like a craftsman. It's very much about the conceptual piece of the art. Because, of course, the crap I make, a normal person would see it and go, what the hell is this garbage? This is useless. But then I say, no, but you don't understand the conceptual part of the art. So while I made it, I was looking at this algorithm, because the whole universe is here. So I'm making very cosmic art, and then this guy, this crazy old man, who I'm sure would be a big hit in Vice magazines and all the pretentious artist douchebags read that and stuff, like on Fixies. This does something, keeps me real and keeps me to the street, because, sex, drugs, rock and roll, punk rock, puke on yourself, vomit, do cocaine, party all night in New York City is the thing to be and do if you're going to be an artist. And you can't be a real artist unless you do that, and you are that. So I have this open. Okay. The second thing is also, since what I make is just a bunch of crap, and I'm just doing it at a whim, and I just kind of pass it off as art because, a lot of people don't really understand art, so I can just get away with it. So I have to really, really try to make my art seem like it's something that it's not, okay? So good thing is when you just have your random crap is to have some, like, experimental electronic ambient music playing in the background, right? So it makes your art seem more important and somehow, important and like dangerous and, experimental, electronic and epic or something. So let's get into this. This is how I work. I have a 2,000 square foot studio in New York City where I do all this work. I also have a studio in California. So let's get into this. Let's show you the method behind my madness, my mayhem, my experimental art. Okay. So I like to consider myself probably a cross between Matthew Barney and Shepard Fairey, because I don't really do anything. It's not original, and I don't actually create anything. But for some reason, people that have their heads up their asses think it's really great and something like art. But you know, whatever. So yeah. So let's go and let's make this more important. So what I'm doing here, I'm actually working with procedural animation. I mean, because keyframe animation is just so 1997. There was no one wearing the clothes that people wear now and listening to the music they listen to now in 1997. So why would you want to do that? So you see, this just looks like a light flickering off and on, but it's not. It's procedural, it's algorithmic, it's experimental, just like the music I'm playing. So we're gonna make this dynamic, and it's gonna. I mean, what this is that I'm too lazy to actually learn how to really animate or keyframe animate. So again, I just let the technology do it for me, and then I take credit for it. So now we have this, we have movement. So now I'm an animator, and I can call myself an animator. I can, I'm an animator now. I'm an animator. So let's put this camera in here, and you know, since this is really mundane and crappy what I'm doing, I have to add movement to the camera, so it kind of seems like, you know, something's happening when it's really just nothing happening but a bunch of crap. So okay, now this movement is like sex, you know, it's moving, it's sine waves, this movement, what I'm doing is like very sexual in nature, it's very erotic and dangerous, and you see? So now all of a sudden, with my experimental ambient electronic and the algorithmic procedural shaking of the camera, I have now created experimental multimedia digital art. So now I can write about 5,000 words about what this means to you in your socio-culture evolution as you become a crazy fucking punk rock old man, sex, drugs, rock and roll, punk rock, cocaine, yeah, art, woo. I'm gonna go spray paint on a wall because I'm dangerous and stuff. Combined with the algorithms, the technology, the social media networks that I immerse myself in and talk about nothing all day and take pictures of bullshit, and yeah. So this is the future of art. I am the future of art. What you're looking at here is the future of art. I know. Well, okay, I have to get on my fixie now and take a train to Budapest. Gonna get back to Europe to go attend some conferences. I mean, I'm speaking at some conferences about my, you know, generative synthesis, algorithmic, experimental multimedia installations. Like the one you're looking at now. Oh wow, look, I just made it even more experimental. Well, I'm gonna win a fucking prize from the Guggenheim or someone pretty soon. I just have to keep giving blowjobs to people that I work with. But yeah, whatever. So, okay. Good luck to you, motherfuckers. Yeah, that's street. I'm street. I listen to hip hop. I listen to electro, punk rock, hip hop. Actually, I make hip hop parodies. Whatever. Yeah, I'm an artist. Okay. I'm Nathaniel, experimental multimedia artist. Seeing you at the galleries. Okay. See you next show. Okay. Bye.